radio app, the Ron Burgundy podcast. Make iHeartRadio your TVN.
Welcome back to OnTarget. I'm your host, Eric, joined today in the LAPD studios. Ronnie from Blue Room Tactical, JC, who makes up part of the sales team. We have a special guest with us today, Chief Jim Gilbert with Franklin County Sheriff. Of course, my father, Phil, is sitting to our left. I don't know, what song was that, guys? Scott said he was going to mix it up today.
That was a Bing Crosby Christmas song, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it was Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah, that is Scott on the records behind the scenes. Guys, so it is that time of the week where we talk about the gun of the week. This week it is Paw Paw's time for that. Something you've kept us in suspense for about a week now.
Well, but you know, John was going to try to buy one so that we could, you know, have it here to show. But I guess you couldn't find one, could you?
I found out where it is. It's still for sale. I just came up a little short.
Have you ever heard of Cabot Guns, Eric? Cabot Guns.
Never heard of it.
They were founded. Now, I didn't think they were lost. You know, why don't they say they were established in 2011? Anyways, these guys build exotic firearms, and they specialize in 1911s. Okay. They acquired a 77-pound or portion of a prize Gibeon meteor that they figured that the age of it was 4.5 billion years old, crashed into Earth around 1838 in a part of Africa, and they made a 1911 out of this meteor.
I would like one of those.
Well, well, you know what? They made a set of them, a right and a left-handed set. So if it's left-handed set, you know, it's got all the slide lock, everything on the left side. They made a set of them that sells for $4.5 million.
Wow.
Yep.
But you get two.
You get two. You get two. They made some grips out of this meteor that is estimated over $500,000 to $1 million for just the grips.
I would be all right with just the grips. Wouldn't that be neat to put that on a nice 1911?
Oh, that would be nice.
If you have the money. They're out of Fort Wayne. Yeah, this is kind of confusing because when I was doing some research, they also, you know, there's a Cabot, Pennsylvania, which is that's where they got their name. Anyways, they're in Fort Wayne. John helped me do some of the research on this. The author of the Blue Book of guns says that it is their firearms are the Rolls Royce of 1911.
Is it going to be? I mean, is it actually for sale?
Yeah.
It's for sale. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I mean, they've also done other 1911s and everything. But what do you do with something like that? Anyway,
Shoot it.
Actually, the picture that's floating around is got this neat design. That is part of the meteor. Is called a Widmerstatten design. Yeah, that's easy for you to say, and it has a unique pattern. And a lot of the firearm is actually made out of this meteor, and they they incorporated some science technology into this material. This meteor is made out of iron, and evidently it's a valuable meteor because it is used in Rolex watches and it usually sells by the gram.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's someone on Facebook, Ron, you might be able to chime in, just said that someone did a half-an-hour special on guns made out of meteors.
Yeah, Paul said that Gun Stories did a half-hour special on the meteorite guns.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
I'll look that up.
Well, yeah, because I just came across this by accident, and I'm thinking, like, this is kind of weird.
I'm a little
Like Christmas.
disappointed you didn't have one with you so that we could all see it.
Well,
Now,
if I had enough time, I would have probably.
I would have had someone from Cabot Guns call in. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you would.
That's just the bar that I
This
raised.
is my challenge to you.
Here we go.
Okay, when it comes around the table, when it's your turn, you have the same gun. You have this guy call in.
I'll have him bring it up.
It's called the Big Bang pistol set.
The Big-
Yeah, that's cool. And if you look at it online, they show how they made this. About only a minute and a half film, but oh my goodness, it's really incredible. The thing that got me, and I told you this morning, when they went to shoot it, they didn't know if it was going to blow apart or what because of the construction of the meteor. So the guy said, I couldn't believe he did this himself. He said he's right-handed, so he put his right hand behind his back and used his left hand to fire it for the first time.
Just in case it blew up, right?
I thought, haven't you ever heard of a ransom rest? You've got millions of dollars worth of equipment, you can't,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But
Wow.
It is crazy.
Good
but
gun of the week, Paul.
Yeah, it's weird.
Next
Out of
week,
this world.
Ronnie will have the gun of the week, the last one before Christmas. We'll be waiting.
I'll have to make it a good one.
Guys, we have about 3 minutes before the break. JC, I know you had a couple of news stories there.
Just real quickly, in case you're looking for that extra stocking stuffer, Brownells is now selling a 5.56 and the 7.62 by 51 ammunition by the barrel. Yes, you can buy a barrel of 223
Really?
rounds, 7.62 for $3,900. Get 12,500 rounds of that, and you can actually load up 416 30-round magazines with 20 rounds left over. So you got that, and you get 7,500 rounds for the 308 7.62.
I wonder if they have to do a background check.
Tell them where Brownells is, John. I mean, it's online. It's an online. A lot of people
Well,
don't.
it's online. Yeah, it's in. It's in.
Wonder what the shipping is.
I was going to say, what's the shipping on that? No, wait a second, JC. How many rounds is it? 12,000?
12,500 rounds of the 5.56, 7,500 rounds of the 7.62.
How big is the... This is not a 55-gallon barrel.
No, not a 55. It's small enough that you can probably put
I
one
wonder
in
if-
each of your stockings. So
Amazon Prime has the same thing for less.
but it's
That's right.
that would be great.
Chief, you need that down at the academy, down at the range.
Yeah, I'll discuss that with Sheriff Baldwin.
Yeah,
See if we can. That'd be a great stocking stuffer for all the chiefs and majors.
There you go.
That
Yeah,
would
they-
be.
Maybe Eric can broker the deal,
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Real quick, I promised I'd give him a shout.
Yep.
We were out at shooting clay birds, and I ran over on my time. And Bill Clark, who's the manager down there of the state shooting range at Deer Creek, waited patiently for about 15 minutes for me to gather up my stuff and go. He does a great job. I told him I'd give him thanks for that because he was overdue for getting home. But anyway, thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. So good job.
And Ronnie, I know you had one story there.
I have one that's interesting. We know that New Jersey has these draconian gun rules and regulations, and what they did is they banned standard capacity magazines, and everybody had until December to turn in their magazines.
Wow, they must have had a lot then get turned in. I mean, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
December 11th, they were supposed to have all been turned in, and they theorize over 100,000 people in New Jersey have pretty much said,
Really?
to you, and they're not sure how they're going to enforce it or anything yet, but
We call that in Ohio on sheriff's offices an unfunded mandate.
yeah, exactly.
Pass a law and then not help us
And
with
that has
how we're
worked
going to.
so well, they just introduced legislation to reduce magazine capacities to 5 rounds in New Jersey. It's just been introduced. And I guess you're going to have a revolver, you're going to have to plug it or something.
Well,
that's
And
just
that
insane. Just
reminds
insanity.
me, we did that. Can you tell them a little bit about the test we did?
Right, and we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Last week a little bit. We did it, and Chief, I don't think I mentioned this to you. We were talking about high capacity magazines and how it's really a facade to think that just merely changing the capacity is going to affect change on the streets. We did a test here with one of our trainers where we shot 20 rounds out of a magazine, timed it. It was 6.2 seconds, something like that, for putting rounds on target, not just pulling the trigger. And then we gave him 2 10-round mags. Again, keeping it on target, accurate shot.
Same time, right?
A second difference. A second difference. Just to show you that with very little, training it that it's easy to do. So again, I mean, we say it all the time on here that they continue to miss the point.
They miss the point.
Of that. So,
But they feel good about it.
they do feel they have done something, right?
Yeah.
When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about a ton of Christmas ideas that are sitting all around the counter here, and some for the loved ones in your life, some maybe for yourself if you're like us.
Some for both.
But there you go. We're on target. We're broadcasting live from the studios of LEPD Firearms and Range. We'll be right back after the break.
News, traffic, and weather for Columbus. News Radio 610 WTVN.
News Radio 610 WTVN. I'm Sean Gallagher. A 16-year-old girl is now facing murder charges for the death of her boyfriend, Julius Tate, even though he was shot and killed by a SWAT officer during a sting operation. Mason Saunders was arrested on December 13th, nearly a week after the deadly shooting, and charged with aggravated robbery and murder. Investigators say Saunders and Tate tried to rob an undercover officer on December 7th. The SWAT officer was acting as a decoy during a sting operation, focusing on reported armed robberies in the area of people trying to buy items online. Police say that Tate pointed a gun at the officer and then was shot and killed. After snapping a 2-game losing streak Thursday night, the Blue Jackets go for 2 wins in a row tonight and try to keep a hold of second place in the Metro as the Anaheim Ducks visit Nationwide Arena. Puck drops at 7. Your ABC 6 first warning weather forecast today, cloudy with rain in the high near 50. I'm Sean Gallagher for breaking news and weather alerts instantly. Follow us on Twitter at 610 WTVN News.
This is Eric with LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility. If you're a business owner in need of a personalized gift for your employees this season, CNS Engraving is one-stop shopping for all your engraving needs. From promotional items to customized products to unique OSU licensed gifts, the quality of work from CNS is simply the best in Central Ohio. Want to make your firearm unique, or do you need an NFA item engraved? Do what we do and call our good friends at CNS Engraving. 614-929-2726. Come see their work at LEPD or stop by their storefront in Powell.
Are you thinking about making your first firearm purchase or looking to add to your collection? Stop by and check out over 200 used firearms in stock at LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility on Buffalo Road. From modern pistols, old revolvers to classic weapons, you'll find a wide variety. The inventory changing daily. Check out their current used inventory at LEPD.com or stop by the store and experience the best holster selection in Central Ohio. Great deals are waiting for you at LEPD, 999 Bethel Road, or on the web at LEPD.com.
From LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, this is On Target, the latest from the firearms industry, the products and politics that affect your hobby and liberty. This program may not be politically correct, but it is On Target. Now, your host, Eric Delbert.
Welcome back to On Target. I'm your host, Eric. Joined today in the rainy studios of LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility. I shouldn't say that because the roof is not leaking today.
And this is where it does leak, Eric.
We can see the rain out the window. I'm joined today with Ronnie from Boom Boom Tactical. JC from the sales team sits right here to my right. My dad and co-owner sits to my far left. And Chief, we wanted to say thanks again for stopping by, talking to us, and thanks on behalf of for Dallas and Sheriff.
Absolutely.
So.
Catch our deputies on A&E on Friday and Saturday nights on Live PD, and I would much rather have people view and watch the show than actually end up on the show.
There you go.
So, but on behalf of Sheriff Baldwin, it's always a pleasure, and he's going to be coming on here soon.
Absolutely. Yep. He said he's going to jump on with us shortly.
Absolutely.
So thanks so much
All right,
for
thanks a lot,
stopping by.
guys.
Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Family,
Thanks.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, guys.
Eric,
Yes.
I've got an interesting article here in the Columbus Dispatch.
All right.
Okay.
What do you got?
This was in Friday's dispatch. It actually talks about shields for teachers in schools. They actually, Ron, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw
It says emergency response shield for active shooting protection.
Like ballistic shields.
Oh yeah, like the ballistic. Now, and now the whole concept is that a school secretary would most likely be the first one to encounter somebody coming into the school, and with that shield, you can push him out the door.
Well,
So she could push me out the door with the shield.
Well, you have to be a student. I'm not sure there's many students like you. But now here's the other thing: is that they will typically be kept secured and basically locked up. So how do you get to them? And they're only for being teacher or for the teachers. You know, what
Right.
about this? You know, the students and everything.
I will say though, hats off that they're giving them a ballistic shield, not a piece of cardboard and stuff
Or
like
a
that. Like we've
hockey
seen.
puck or
Now-
a rock.
Right.
Now, according to the article, it will stop a .762 bullet.
.762. Wow.
.762 bullet.
Can the
That's,
whole
that's a-
class hide behind it though?
There it is.
It's pretty
Ronnie.
big.
I know, I'm being sarcastic, I saw it.
Yeah. So anyway,
And that was in the dispatch, right?
in dispatch, actually these are being issued to a school in Marysville, and it cost $700 a piece.
That's not bad.
It's not
Yeah.
bad, but why not put the money towards a
Really
focal
nice
point
clock.
metal
Check,
detector
yeah.
at the front door, and use that money to to supervise anybody coming into the
Yep.
front door. You know.
Yeah, at least now we're talking about it. We're thinking, that's the hopefully the good moral part of the story. Papa, speaking of news, you see us on TV last night?
Well, you know what? Typically, you warn me that you're going to be on, but my only idea that you were on television was I came into the lot yesterday, and there's Channel 4 taking video of our building.
Right.
And of course, I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "Well, I spoke with Eric." So anyways, no, I did not see it, but I heard for some reason that it kind of reached out clear over to Youngstown.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I got
Oh.
a text today from a buddy in Youngstown, and it's being aired. They must have picked it up, some of the other NBC stations, and it was the whole gist of it was medical marijuana, and now that it's coming to Ohio, you can't be in possession of marijuana, even medical marijuana, and own a firearm or purchase a firearm or have a concealed carry.
Yeah.
And
I
in
mean,
Hawaii, they went and took people who
Yeah.
were on medical marijuana, took
So
their
that's sort of a
firearms away.
bummer, isn't
I
it?
tell everybody that in our CCW class when we cover the law. I said, hey, you may think this is a good thing. They said, well, just be prepared to give up your guns because you were illegal. So,
Right, because it's federal versus state.
Yeah.
So guys, this is the fun part. There's so many things on the table to talk about. We're just going to go round and round and round here until we can go no more. It's that time of year where we look at, Ronnie, I wouldn't touch that. The things that we sell and some that we don't sell, but things that are tactical or practical and great for stocking stuffers and for yourself too, if you want to buy them yourself. So I'm going to start out. Let me reach down here and see. You know what? I'm going to start out with this.
I don't understand. He wants evidently get some FaceTime here.
He's hogging the camera. If you're watching on Facebook,
yeah,
you see
yeah.
The dog.
You know
at the
what's
counter.
funny
It's either that or else he has to go to the bathroom.
He's against that black background, and he's all black, so you can't even
can't
see
see
him
him.
on Facebook.
Oh, you see his eyes floating.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there's JJ on it. So guys, first thing, you can never have too many flashlights. I got two of them right here. One is my gift to myself for last Christmas, and the one for this Christmas. If you can see it, it's incredible how these have come now. This one is 300 lumens, has a little clip on it, so you can clip it anywhere.
It is cool.
And on your keychain. So I've had this. You know what? That's been on my keychain for a year. And look at that. There's nothing. There's no marks on it at all.
I use mine in the shop, and it's in great shape.
I thought you were gonna say shower.
So did I.
You guys are terrible.
So and then not to be overshadowed, the one of our gifts to our employees was the small version of it that just came out. 400 lumens. Just a
Now,
400
and
lumens in
if
this
I
little
get
thing.
that correctly, you push it once to get the light to go on, temporarily, and then
Yep.
if you want it to stay on,
Just use the other button.
Put your other button, push it down, and you get a blinding.
Yep, and then but you can toggle between the different
does
ones.
it blink?
No, it does not
Okay.
strobe.
Dude, that thing is so bright. I can't play. I was playing around with it when I got home, and it was shining in my face, and I accidentally hit the wrong button. It
Yeah.
was like I saw blue for 5
Incredible.
minutes.
And they're not that expensive. I think they're under $30 or $40 and stuff.
Great
So,
sock stuffer.
And
wonderful.
And rechargeable with your USB port.
Right.
You don't have,
See,
yeah, so
that
then
is-
you get
that's the
battery,
best.
just
Here's
plug
the
it in.
thing.
No battery.
Here's the thing, Papa. This here, this brightness on this little key ring is brighter than the rechargeable mag lights that we started with. Isn't that
That's
incredible?
Yeah.
amazing when
It
you
is.
think about it.
Yep, yep. Hey, and actually, before we go further, guys, that was perfect timing, but we were talking about the engraving on these flashlights.
Yeah.
We have CNS engraving on with us right now. You're on Target. How are you, sir?
Good, Eric. How you doing?
Kareem, great. We were just talking about you off the air.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, it was good though.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, we were admiring the level of detail that you guys do. It's incredible, the logo that you put on these little tiny flashlights for us, and the monument you did for us for Tom and for our entranceway. We just, I mean, we can't say enough good things about you.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate it. There's flashlights. I heard you guys talking about how we were all flying to there for about, 20 minutes or so trying to engrave them, so I'm glad they came out okay.
Yep, they did. So what's going on over there? Do you have any specials for Christmas or anything going on?
Yeah. So right now, starting Monday through Christmas Eve, we're offering $20 off our gunning. So regular $55 with $20 off of that. So.
Wow. And so what type of things can you do with engraving on a firearm?
So, we could put, someone wants to buy a gun over there at LAPD and they want to get it personalized with their, a name or a date or, any NFA engravings, we're giving $20 off also.
Yeah,
Hey, my question to you was, if somebody gets say that we send, or they send a receiver to you to be engraved, does it have to be recoded or reblued or whatever?
Cerakoted or re-ever. Yeah.
No, we use the same equipment gun manufacturers do. So we're just basically making a mark on that bluing. It's going to be a silver mark, permanent. It won't rust. So it's pretty. You won't have to do anything to the gun.
Are you still getting people requesting the OnTarget crew on the side of their guns, like our faces and stuff, or is that just?
You know what? Yeah, we've got about 4 or 5 of those, and I tell you, every time I do, it makes my stomach hurt.
I know.
He's got 20 or 30 that want them removed.
You said, and
now those will be removed.
There you go. We were talking off air as well. When you do the engraving for the firearm, is that something people can wait for, or they have to drop it off?
Yeah. So any firearm engraving from starting Monday through Christmas, you can wait for your firearm to be engraved on site. So we'll do it while you wait.
That's incredible. So tell everyone where you're located.
So we're located in Powell, 505 Village Park Drive. Our phone number is 614-969-2726.
2726, and you're out there on the web, CNS Engraving, like Charles, Nora, Sam Engraving. You can definitely...
.com.
.com.
And then we're also on all social media at CNS Engraving.
And when I was in there last week, Kareem, you have a nice little store in there too now with mugs and all kinds of stuff. I mean, Ohio State memorabilia or...
Yeah,
you're licensed
yeah,
to do
we're
that?
a one-stop shop. So, if you have a late-minute gift that you have someone hard to buy for, we have a lot of items in there and a lot of unique gifts.
Wonderful. Well, hey, always great to hear from you, and collectively the guys say thank you, and we thank you too for what you did with the plaque for Tommy too.
Great job.
Yeah,
Great job.
yeah. Sorry to hear about that. I'm glad we had the opportunity to do that for you.
Great. That's Kareem from CNS Engraving, a good buddy of ours, and just absolutely wonderful work that they do. Visit them. They're in Powell, CNS Engraving. We have his information here too as well if you didn't catch that. All right, guys, I'm going around the table. What else do you have?
I'll tell you one thing that I see right off the hand. John, you could say a better idea of what it is, but just
listen to it. Now, this is a flashlight. We sell a lot of these. They'll fit right into that stocking that you have, and just giving somebody a flashlight that actually is blinding flashlight, but built into it also is a stun gun, and just looks like a flashlight. And it's crenellated as far as the bezel. That's kind of that DNA gathering thing. Well, DNA gathering kind of thing there. But I'll tell you, once you hit this button, and it just goes like that.
I don't even think you'd have to stun somebody.
No,
I think as soon as they hear that.
The deterrent.
And again, it's rechargeable by plugging it right into the wall. It's got a little plug here with a regular electric plug. You plug it in to recharge it. And when you're not using it for the stun gun, the flashlight just turns on all the time. And it's perfect. So it comes in a case with everything.
Every time you hit that button.
It's cheap. It's like 20.
Every time you hit that button, my dog jumps up on my lap. Poor baby.
Papa, what do you have?
Hey, I have my famous door stops. Talk about practical. Talk
They
about
are.
practical and they're
And kinda
inexpensive.
tactical.
And tactical. We sell those for $5. You put them behind a door, and that door will not open.
That is true. And you know
Or
what?
It's on the floor, around the door. Yeah.
Very simple. Great to carry just in your bag or your car if you're traveling. We actually have one story out of
Florida. I thought,
Jamaica,
was it Florida or
it was Jamaica.
was
or-
that during the hurricane?
Yeah. It was one of the only doors they said was left standing that wasn't blown in. Is
Yeah.
one that had one of these
Yeah.
door stops behind it.
$5. I mean, and you can take them with you. You go on a trip or something, throw it in your suitcase. But that's very small item.
Now,
But
would you sign them since you made them, or?
I could
Oh,
sign
that would
them.
be cool. And you know what? I use one on my shop door because
right.
my shop door closes automatically, and it is just perfect.
You got something else there?
Well, yeah, aftermarket grips for your firearms.
Oh, wonderful.
It is. It is. You have these small firearms, pretty large caliber. Got some felt recoil in those, and a lot of times the grips that come with the firearms are not the best.
Does the felt recoil wear down or come off?
No, it's there. It's constant.
All right, Ronnie, what else do you have in our tactical versus practical?
One thing that we don't have on here because we didn't get it out of the case in time is the new RMRs, like the Trigicons,
Right.
the ones that the Romeos,
Yep.
that SIG makes,
Sightmark has some,
Sightmark,
yep.
all of which we have. They're phenomenal.
And they are, and what the application of these, more and more people are putting these on the
Tell them
guns.
what it is. It's a
Go ahead,
it's
JC.
It's a red dot.
that fits on your pistol.
It's
so
a
that's what it is.
reflex sight,
Yeah.
and a lot of police departments are going to that.
Well, and we
Yeah.
have a couple right now that are testing them out. So it is something, when you talk to people in the market, and they said in the next years to come, this is really going to start to pop up on a lot of
More and
firearms.
more and more.
Because I actually hit paper with the one on mine.
That's right. That's right. JC, what do you have there?
To finish off the flashlights, because we got these as a gift a couple of years ago, but now again, every time we get one, they have more and more lumens on it. We have this little tiny flashlight. You can actually clip it to your collar. It's 2.6 inches long. It is 900 lumens on this thing, and it's got a strobe. It's got 6 settings. I don't even know how you get it. But the beauty thing I love about it, it's got an inductive magnetic base. And I actually had mine plugged in. I rolled it across the counter. It just
found it.
magnetically found it up there and charged it. It's just they are.
You know what else
incredible,
that-
and they're like $62, but you're talking about a really defensive flashlight that is 2 inches, a little over 2 inches long, and they're incredible.
The neat thing about that, the magnetic base as well, is it will stick to a side of a vehicle or something. So I keep mine in my car. So if you're broken down on the side of the road, if you put that on strobe on the side of your car, it is extremely bright and it's super
doesn't work.
small.
Well, and
It's
you can also
incredible. These are
look into
incredible.
your engine compartment and just stick that on the hood.
Exactly.
And you won't have to hold the light.
It's so blinding. It's just absolutely amazing to me how what they're doing here.
So since we're stuck on flashlights, if you're watching on Facebook, you'll see a pretty darn bright flashlight on a keychain again. And JC, look at this one. And unfortunately, we have more coming this week. We've sold
this
out
is-
of them.
We don't have any more right now, but we will. But listen to this.
So
it's incredible.
Almost 500 lumens, or I think it is 500 lumens. And we talk about safety and how the bad guys don't like sound. With the mirror push of the button on the back,
It goes
You
into
gotta
the
like that.
strobe mode, so your light is strobing, and you have 120 decibel sound at the same time,
Right there.
right on the keychain. So
incredible. I mean,
yeah,
that
yeah.
should be in the stocking of every
So,
female
yeah,
in your life.
yeah,
So.
love your partners. Get them one for their keychain because it's amazing what they come out with now.
All right, what else you got, Papa?
Off the flashlights.
Speed loaders and extra magazines.
Always a good stocking stuffer.
I find myself now almost consistently throwing an extra magazine or a speed
Yep.
loader in my pocket.
Yep.
Because
All the time.
God forbid if you ever need your firearm, you're going to go through 6 to 8 rounds real quick if the adrenaline's going or whatever. So, anyways,
Good. That's a
Yeah,
perfect one.
Yeah, we
Yep.
have a lot of magazines.
Okay,
Ronnie,
this
you're up.
one is Tactical. It is
Tactical.
Black Rifle Coffee. And it's really great coffee. It comes in whatever this container is. It comes in
The
K
12 ounce
cups
one and
for
Yep.
Keurig for
Keurig,
Keurig.
yep.
Yeah. So, and it's actually really good.
And for those of you who want that extra buzz, we actually have some of it that has twice the caffeine of normal coffee. So
See, I don't know if I'd
you
like
need to wake yourself up, but apparently it has no bitterness. The people who have had it have said, "Wow, this is really, really good." And even got 5 pounds.
I saw Ronnie just with the bag open, just right in his mouth. Yeah.
Guys, when we come back from the break, we'll talk about some more of the products that are sitting around the table. Tactical and practical, great for the stocking stuffer. We're on Target, broadcasting live from the studios of LAPD Firearms Range. We'll be right back.
That's really not much of a mission. You can get Columbus's news, traffic, and weather station on your phone. Anywhere you go on the iHeartRadio. Yeah, go right ahead.
Hey, this is Paul from OnTarget. Around the store, I'm known as the tough guy and the enforcer. I usually don't do commercials. However, when it comes to our new sponsor,
What temp you got there, Scotty?
this is all mine. Since the late
Still holding strong at 47.
Hey, I like that Ramones.
truck purchases, they are located at 270 and
Oh yeah?
That was
Here's,
good.
This one will be a little more traditional, but geez, every time you fire that up.
Do you hear it there?
My daughter went away for her freshman year of college. She got one of those flashlight tasers.
Yeah.
And I was like, please do not use that on anybody unless you have to.
Yeah.
Because she's got a little bit of a, she's a little bit scared sometimes. And she's kind of a free cat.
Yeah.
I hate to have a buzz somebody asking for directions.
Yeah, that's funny. Cool. All right, I will be ready here.
Jackson Egress Windows for an estimate today. 614-260-5130. See examples of their work at JacksonEgressWindows.com.
Your ABC6 first warning weather for today. Showers and occasional downpours, likely breezy and mild, high of 51 for tonight. Rain slowly is going to end overnight. It's going to be low of 41. For Sunday, a lingering shower is possible early on, then mostly cloudy, dry, and cooler, high of 48. It's still currently 47 degrees on your severe weather station, News Radio 610 WTVN.
The latest headlines and breaking news when it happens. News Radio 610 WTVN.
Welcome back to OnTarget. Now that's some good holiday cheery music.
No, that was Bing Crosby that time. I remember that. So.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Eric, joined today in the LAPD studios with Ronnie from Boom Boom Tactical, JC from the sales team. My father, I think he's stepped off set to get in line for one of these items that we've talked about. We're talking about Christmas gifts that you can't live without for yourself or that loved one in your life. Ronnie, what do you have there in front of you?
Well, this one is a really cool K-bar, TDI, LDK, whatever knife. It's really, really cool. The only thing is you'll have to be careful because you could cut somebody or yourself with it.
That happens with knives sometimes.
It's just so cool. It fits around a necklace right around your neck, and you can just pull it out real quickly, and it's really handy and very, very sharp.
So speaking of cool and handy, and this is definitely practical.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, these Blade Tech belts, we cannot keep them in stock.
I've got mine on. Should I show
I got
everybody?
mine on. Look, Ronnie. It is the only belt that Ronnie and I buy the same one off the shelf.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
can ratchet them to your size, and
Yep.
you have that extra pumpkin pie or whatever you're having, the extra Christmas cookie. You can hit this little button, and it expands
And
for you.
I
So,
cannot say enough about that
I know.
belt. I mean, it is just.
but it's a gun belt. That's
I
the thing.
still have it. It's super comfortable. I have a gut, and the belt doesn't twist. It's not twisted and out of shape or
They're
anything. I'm
really
out of shape,
incredible.
but the belt's
The
not.
neat thing about that, we had one gentleman who came in and bought one for himself. His employees saw it. He came back and bought 6 or 7 the other day.
Wow,
For all the
yeah,
employees
they
and
are.
stuff.
They're
So-
phenomenal.
So also
incredible belts.
practical, guys. These holsters, we specialize in holsters. We have one of the best holster selections in Central Ohio. These holsters that are the multi-fit for that person who is looking for a holster and you're not sure of the sizing and so forth. These are wonderful. wonderful. They're made by, I think a company called Filinx, and we sell tons of them, and it is wonderful.
When I see
It's
a
incredible how
poster that
they.
says it fits 150 guns, go, yeah, right. Well, guess what? You and I both have these and wear
Yeah,
these in.
it's
and
incredible.
The guns are totally different, and they just work so well.
And the cool thing about that is if you're a person who has a box full of holsters, this will eliminate that.
There you go. JC, what do you have?
I
His favorite.
All right. So if you have a wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever you want that carries a purse, I'm not kidding you. These are the best concealed carry purses out there. We swear they were all leather, but they're not. They're like that pleather, but they are so well made with different finishes. And it goes, your hand can go right straight through, as you can see. It has a holster. On the one side, you fit your gun in there. It's Velcroed on one side, smooth on the other. You adjust it smooth sidewise. So you get it right where you'd like to keep it. Press it against that Velcro. And my wife is a kind of a purse snob, I would say, and she said,
Oh, you're
I'm
gonna
not going to
make
have
trouble
an issue
now.
in there.
Hey, that could
but
almost
she's,
be
I'd
a-
say a purse particular person.
A connoisseur
And
of
a
purses.
connoisseur of purses. That's
That
what she
could
wants to
almost
say.
be immersed, too.
And they are attractive. We have so many different styles, sizes, everything. Like this is like $45, and it's got a holster. It's zippered on both sides. Some of them have a steel cable through, so someone can't come up and.
John, you stole my thunder, buddy, because I'll tell you what, this is the only female thing in the store that I wish that I could have one, and not.
You know what? That is very well said.
And if you take the tassels off, Phil, you could get away with it.
Well, you know what? I almost could. I mean, really, those are neat. And of course, John, I thought it was kind of funny when you put your hand all the way through it.
Well,
What, you
yes.
do that all the way through it, then you punch the person or what?
That was just to show you can do it left-handed,
Here's my
right-handed.
wallet.
You can shoot through the thing, and we have some that the zippers lock. We just got those in,
Right.
so when you have your gun in there, you can zip it up, and it's got a key, and you can lock it, so someone, the little one, can't get in there.
Yeah.
Guys, there's so much more we could talk about. We're out of time as usual. Stop by the store, see some of the stocking stuffers. We have some great sales going on. Gift cards.
Gift
we
cards,
have
gift cards, gift
there.
cards.
Check out the email blast that was just sent out this morning. It's on our website as well. You will not want to miss some of these sales. It's incredible, some of the sales. 10% off all used guns
All
right
used
now.
guns, we got
Stop by,
specials
check us out.
everywhere. Come on in.
Come on in, and we'll help you out. We'll see you next week for the last show before Christmas, guys.
And I have gun of the week.
Ronnie has the gun of the week. Thanks for spending the last hour with us, and a shout out again to Chief Jim Gilbert from the County
Thank you
Sheriff
so much.
and to the Sheriff. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Eric. We had those flashlights you were talking about.
Yep.
I have them in my. That's one of them.
Hey, happy birthday. Hey, show him the little one.
I believe there's nothing better than helping kids.
The one we got for Christmas.
That's one of them. And there's also a small
That's
one.
why ACE has been able to support Children's Miracle Network hospitals for more than 25 years. Like ACE, CMN hospitals are local, so the money you donate helps kids near you.
Get the perfect gift and wrap it in red. Round up your purchase now through Christmas to help make a difference in the lives of kids near you.
Is that a wrap, Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir, and we are ready to go whenever you are.
All right. The time goes so
It's very
quick.
meaningful to me when I hear customers talk about
Here
how
we go.
Flies by.
Word.
changed their lives. Here's
Here we go.
one of our very first customers.
This is Eric from OnTarget. Christmas is around the corner, and it's a great time to stop by LEPD and watch the show live. This week, Ronnie has the gun of the week, sponsored by LEPD Training Facility.
To have this done. Now I
Is that too quick?
can
I got more to say.
Yeah, can you either slow it down or add a little more? You got plenty of time.
All right, I'm gonna add a little more. This is Eric from OnTarget. Christmas is around the corner, and it's a great time to stop by LEPD and watch the show live. This week, Ronnie has the gun of the week, sponsored by LEPD Training Facility. Tune in Saturday at 1 p.m.
Women who have tried and loved Madison Reed. Find your purpose.
This is Eric from OnTarget. Christmas is around the corner, and it's a great time to stop by LEPD and watch the show live. This week, Ronnie has the gun of the week, sponsored by LEPD Training Facility. Tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is Eric from OnTarget. Christmas is around the corner, and it's a great time to stop by LEPD and watch the show live. This week, Ronnie has the gun of the week, sponsored by LEPD Training Facility. Tune in later today, 1 p.m. or live from LEPD Studios on Bethel Road.
About the long-term future of Obamacare, following a decision last night from a federal judge.
What do you think, sir?
U.S. District Judge.
Look fantastic.
All right, until next week.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Yep, have a good one.
All right, you too, Scott. Bye.
Studies at the Heritage Foundation says it's about time.
Obamacare was built on a fundamentally bad